Hi, my name is Ashley De Santiago. This is my assignment for campaign results and analysis for the Dallas Stars community. I will be going over my campaign for brand awareness and the results I got. Thank you. Uh, I did my brand is the Dallas Stars community. Um, it is a brand that informs people about the philanthropic activities of the Stars players and the team as a whole, and how to get them, the fans, involved and engaged with the community to help out. Here, for details, here is I have my logo, the banners I used on my social media accounts, and the colors. The first banner I used on my blog on Blogger. The second banner, the one with the Dallas Stars community running across on top of the skyline, I used on the Twitter account, the YouTube account, and the Facebook page. The logo on the right, the big circle with the star, that is used on all the platforms, of course. I wanted something simple and easily recognizable. I also wanted something to be familiar with the team, the Stars, and their alternate logo, which is also a circle with a couple of stars, if I'm not mistaken. My color choices, they aren't just based off of the team colors. Green represents growth, nature, healing, and relaxation, which is what I wanted to portray for the community events, since I do talk a lot about the community and what the stars are doing. White represents purity and innocence. A lot of the stars players have charities that revolve around kids. The Dallas Stars Foundation has a lot of events that revolve around kids, like reading and whatnot. Silver and black are more modern, sleek, and newer. They're almost elegant, or they are elegant, just like the team's new chapter in the rebuild. So I wanted to move forward in the modern with the team. I didn't want to stay with their old colors. Um, so it's familiar like the team, almost the same, but not the same, because I wanted my brand to be its own identity. So the greens are darker or lighter, and the silvers aren't the same. The black and white, of course, you can't really change that. The audience for my brand, for demographics, here I have them listed: female, uh, from gender to marital, and the psychographics, the personality, motives, and lifestyle. The audience for my blog and my followers on Twitter and Facebook, and as the brand as a whole, is Caucasian and Hispanic or Latino women within the ages of 18 to 35. Although I wanted, although there are single women in my audience, I wanted to reach out more to women, single, married, or divorced, who have children. Having children is where I wanted my audience to be mostly. Of course, those without children are welcomed. Their education should range from some college to more than a bachelor's degree, based on the segmentation that I got from the area around the arena in Dallas. Uh, most said that it said that the most of the people there had that type of education, so I wanted to target those people most. They are humble, friendly, and active women who work hard to provide for their kids, and they are motivated to succeed since they are so young and want their kids to learn from them. Uh, they will in return be charitable and help others succeed, especially children's and the players' charities, which is important. The campaign for this is Stars Off the Ice. The aim is brand awareness, and my theme is to establish and expand my brand. The overview of the whole campaign is becoming a household name for the Stars fans in Dallas mostly, and informing them about upcoming charity events. I chose brand awareness as my overall aim for the Dallas Stars community brand because the brand is new. It still needs to establish itself in the community and gain more attention to widen and increase the amount of the audience instead of trying to market to more people that haven't even hasn't even since if it hasn't even reached the people that I want to reach. The campaign only lasted 3 days, March 21st, 2016 to March 23rd, 2016. And the targeted audience was similar to the brand's 18 to 35 females, single, married, divorced, with or without children. And because, like I said, I wanted people to know about my brand, not try to reach out to a new market if the brand is still pretty new. The campaign's SMART goals were to increase the blog views to 10, increase the page likes on Facebook by 25, and gain the 10 followers on Twitter by the day after the campaign ended. So I'd check on March 24th. That's when I measured everything. And the KPIs I measured were the session time on the blog. My strategy for the campaign was to plan everything out using a content plan. By using Blogger, it will give the brand's audience weekly posts of the brief overviews of what happened during the week prior, and it would give out information about what will occur during the week with my personal view on the events. I would also include pictures and videos if they were available to me. Facebook will be used mostly to provide updates on the week's charity events and the day they will be happening, and on Twitter, be mostly used as a promotional platform for the blog post. So weekly posts and daily tweets were the main campaign strategy. Not too many so that I don't overwhelm people with posts to the social media platforms that I use in this campaign. My strategy was also to engage, give recaps of games or moments that happened within the Stars and the Dallas Stars. And I also wanted to inform of what was coming up. For example, the Chasing Spezza grant deadline that I posted on March 23rd. As for my campaign tools, the delivery tools I used were Blogger for my blog, Facebook, and Twitter. And for measuring my results, I used Google Analytics, Simply Measured, and Twitter Analytics. And the equipment I used was my laptop, which happened to be a MacBook. I didn't use my phone, although I said I was going to, mostly because of time. It seemed that I never had any. For my campaign timetable and procedures, here is an example of my content plan, a little bit of it, and the times for my day one posts. Basically, on my blog, I had a Monday, 11:30 a.m. I also had on Wednesday, 11:30 a.m. Twitter was on Monday, 10:30 a.m., 1 p.m., and 7 p.m., which is day one. Facebook was at 1 p.m. and 5 p.m. But I did, for the rest of my campaign, I did have Tuesday, 11:30 a.m. and 4 p.m. for Twitter, and on Wednesday, 10:30 a.m., 1 p.m., and 7 p.m. for Twitter again. And for Facebook, I had 11 a.m., 4 p.m. on Tuesday, and Wednesday, 1 p.m. and 5 p.m. So around the same times, but also based on when there was more engagement on Twitter and on Facebook based off of something we went over in class. My content plan was much more thorough than what you see here. In it, I had media types, URLs, topics, titles, and content. They were inserted into it. I posted and scheduled posts through Hootsuite the day before. Everything was created the day before the post went live, and everything was checked again a couple of hours prior to make sure everything was in order and actually ready to be posted. Two of the biggest trends that I saw was that on my blogger, using Google Analytics, my visitors throughout the period of the campaign were almost half returning and half new. 53% were returning visitors and 47% were new. I also saw the comparison between a teasing tweet where I added a line of my blog post was less successful in an organic or impressions than an engagement tweet where I asked a question and used a hashtag. And I got that through the Twitter analytics. Another Another trend that I noticed for my blog, this is taken from my own infographic and Google Analytics. Here are the percentages of the languages and the visitors of where they came from. The trend is that my audience is mostly from the US and they speak English, both English from the US and other. About 78% plus 4 speak English, and 55%, as shown on the chart on the right, are from an English speaking country. My camp As for my campaign successes and failures, the blog views goal was a success. I have a total of 93 page views through my campaign, which is well over the goal that I had set. The page likes on Facebook was a failure. I only have 4 page likes, and the follower gain on Twitter was both a failure and a success. I didn't reach the amount that I wanted, which was 10, but I did gain 6 during my campaign. So that just lets me know that if my campaign had been longer, a day or maybe even 2, then I may have reached that goal that I had set. Here I have a pie chart of the allotted 1 day time, which is 22%, that are returning visitors, and new visitors that are 77%. So those new page views that I wanted, they came. Here, my reflection of the entire campaign and assignment is that engagement is important. I did gain more impressions through engagement tweets, and I did receive more page views when I posted about things that mattered to my audience, like Military Night and the deadline for the Jason Spezza grant. Scheduling is key to a successful campaign. It'll save you time and make sure you are regularly posting to engage with people, your audience especially. And another thing that I learned is that the target market you set isn't really the audience you receive. I marketed towards people in the US, and I still got people who were located in Russia and Australia and Germany. So going into another campaign, I know what tools to use. Google Analytics, Twitter Analytics, Simply Measured definitely are amazing tools. Hootsuite is very useful for any brand and definitely something I will continue to be using moving on. And it was fun. So that's it. Thank you.